spirit of power, you have about Shad, and we're at it again, man. We're on the highways and byways. Now, before we get started, we'd like to give all honor and glory unto
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Red Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful elect, to the pushing of truth. All right. Now, as you guys know, man, hey, prophecy been popping off left and right, man. Okay, throughout the four corners of the whole earth. All right. Hey, it's judgment on the whole earth, man. Hey, things are popping off. The hyperinflation is here. All right. The famine is coming. But hey, in these times, man, hey, you have to endure. Okay. You have to believe that you can endure. Okay. By using what? What's called faith. Okay. Putting your faith and your trust and your confidence in your Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. But without further ado, we'll get into that. James.
This is the book of James, chapter 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
But we are scattered, man. All right. Go to prophecy. All right. We've been going into what? Different captivities, man. All right. But this is our last captivity under Esau Edom rulership, man. Which we see falling, man. Okay. So everybody's going to be a witness to this place or this society falling. Okay. Babylon the Great, which is a miracle. Okay. And then we're up next, man. All right, Lord, we will be a part of that number. Continue on, the Bakashah.
Verse 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Yes, meaning, hey, there's going to be multiple temptations, man, that we're going to have to endure, especially in this society, man, all right? You're going to have to be a strong-minded soldier, okay? What, 2 Peter says, what, gird up the loins of thy mind, all right? So you got to gird up the loins of your mind, your la'ah, right, which is your spirit, all right? Especially in the valley of shadow of death, man, okay? Everywhere you go, man, hey, you can easily slip, you can easily fall. But we're strong in Yahweh Shem Shah. That's why we're going into what? Faith. Okay? And not only you gotta endure these small temptations, but you gotta endure the ultimate temptation, man. When they put that CHIP, man, okay? Or in other words, the MOTV, okay? The Karama. Alright?
Speaking about this is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And it's all about keeping the words of Yahweh Shem Shah to the best of your ability. Because at the end of the day, we're what? Rehearsing the righteous acts. And in order to rehearse something, all right, like if someone gave you a script, you're going to keep it. All right, that's a part of your job. That's your script. All right, so we keep it, we're trying to Yahweh Shem Shah to the best of our ability. Then we got to pass the books. All right?
Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
You have to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. All right? Hey, we're living upon this earth right now. All right? But then our lifetime, we believe, hey, this devil's going to come down with that great wrath, man. To what? To try us. Okay? Now, there are already small trials, but people lined up to get the juice. Okay? People are still lined up to get the juice, okay? And that lets you know how these people putting their trust and their hope in the society, man, under Esau Edom. And we're just now going into, hey, you should be putting your trust and hope in Yahweh Shem Shah, because he's the only individual, the only power who can keep us from that hour of temptation, man, okay? Because we can't keep ourselves from it, all right? We can't protect ourselves, because what? We're little, we're as nothing, okay? Without Yahweh Shem Shah, we're warned. All right, so therefore, we got to put our confidence in Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, we got
Revelation 3 and 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Yes, man. And what do we have? Okay, we have the scripts of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, he said, what? Lo, I come in the volume of a book. All right, so this book that we have obtained through Spirit, hey, we should keep these words, man. Because these words is really going to guide us to what? Salvation. All right? This is why this is important, man, to keep the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, man, and to trust him. Because a lot of our people don't keep the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right? They want to do this thing for money. They want to do this thing for good looks. Okay? They want to do this thing for their own thing. Okay? But they don't want to do it to sincerely serve my power, which is Yahweh Shem Shah. So, which basically gave us his truth back. Okay? Through Yahweh Shah. Because that's in that sacrificial life.
That's right.
All right, can I?
It's Isaiah 1 and 4, our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Yeah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, man. In other words, a people who are laden with sin on top of sin on top of sin. Okay? And this is why we say, Lord, forgive me. This is why we say something like it. Because we understand that we went off. Okay? We understand that some of us used to eat shellfish. We understand that some of us did get, tattoos. We understand that some of us was out there, in the street. Whatever the case might be. Okay? And also we understand that we got grace to be how about shooting our shot. And we keep our words, and they keep our faith in it. Okay? Because without faith, man, it is impossible to preach how about shooting our shot. Because that's what it all boils down to. Okay? Is that it, you go back to it.
Isaiah 1 and 4, our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers. All right? Because Israel is going to come back to continuously to what? Go off, man. All right? Seed of evildoers. All right? The word seed goes back to what? Sperm. All right? So, hey, we kept coming back, we kept going off, right? And the only people who's covered, and can also come back to you, how about shooting our shot, is the hopeful elect. Okay? That's why he said, a sinful nation laden with iniquities, man, a seed of evil doers. Because every time Israel came back, what did they do? Right? They went off. They broke the law. We understand that the Lord was weak at the elect. Okay? Because most of the time they didn't know what we was doing. That's why we say, Lord willing, we get a part of that now. Okay? I want to corrupt us even more. Being in this damn society, man. Alright? Everything that they show on television, everything that they push out on the radio, okay? Whatever the case might be. Alright? The social media, alright? It's to corrupt what? The children of Israel, man. Alright, which contains you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and so on. So-called Haitians, West Indians, okay? The list goes on and on. The 12 tribes of Israel, man. It's to corrupt us, man. All right? To deceive you so that you can, what? Basically die. All right? And we're here to let you know, hey, we have an enemy. And the enemy has always been out to get us, man. All right, what's the code? All right,
Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 and 2. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
This ain't any other word, man. Okay? This the word to really keep you in check, keep you on your toes, man. Okay? This is the only word that can really cause you to receive salvation, which is through Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right? So that lets you know how important this word is. Okay? Once you open, hey, Scripture talks about you open the book and you run with it. Okay? Because you be flourishing, man. You live. All right? Once you obtain these words, it's real good. It feels good, man. Okay? I'm pretty sure these brothers can say the same thing, man. All right? Once you find out you were a Hebrew, that's good, man. You start smelling, okay, what? I'm God's chosen people. I'm stronger than my enemy. Your confidence started to be built back. All right? You start breathing more on your heart. And that's what we need to do, man. In order to lean on them, you need what? Faith. You can't just lean on somebody or lean on a tree without believing, hey, that they can hold you up. All right, so we got to believe that Yahweh Shemel Shah will forever hold us up, and he will. Okay? You got it.
Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen, but who was learning the way of the heathen? We went off. Okay? And we still are, yeah. Okay? Look at all our people today, man. All right? They wake up, they get the lineups, okay? They put on that suit and tie. All right? Just living it up. They go to their little office job. Now, is it wicked to work? No, it's not. But the ways of this society has corrupted the minds of the people. All right? Our people, man. Because we only care about our own people. All right? The elect of our people. So we understand that the 2/3 of our people is going to get cut off and die. All right?
It says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
The signs of heaven. All right? And what was one of the All right, the sky's turning green. All right, different tempests. All right, in other words, these tornadoes and hurricanes. All right, and as of lately, hey, these storms have been somewhat abnormal. All right, you want to keep it real. All right, it's been stronger, more aggressive, lightning everywhere. We had an earthquake in Georgia not too long ago, about 3-4 weeks ago, over there by Savannah. Okay. And that's not the only earthquake, because we understand the probably there's going to be an earthquake throughout the four corners of the whole earth in diverse places, according to that report. All right? So these things is really happening. These things are really going on. Right? And we got a power to believe in, finally. All right? He was always there, but hey, mercy and grace, he gave us his name back. All right? We can remember who we are. And that's the beautiful thing about it, man. That's what keeps a man going. All right? Knowing that life has been presented to him, has been given to him, it's all up to you on what you're doing, you know, with it, so to speak, okay? You got some more on that? Let's sit down with that. Go back to us.
They have forsaken Yahweh.
Start from the top.
Isaiah 1:4. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. They have forsaken Yahweh.
Forsaken. In other words, you guys basically forgot about Yahweh Shah. And it's been proven. All right? A lot of people, they'll hear the name of Yahweh Shah, and that's when you know that hate increase. All right? When they hear that name, Yahweh Shah, you have individuals out there who will hate you for that. Who will want to seek after your soul for that. And there's plenty of examples of that in the scripts, man. All right? Prime example, when Saul was seeking after David's soul. And who was David? He was a single servant. How about Shah? Okay? And David's not the only one. We got it.
I would say because like the scripture says, the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen and not so they don't even hear the name. They see somebody that represents how about side. Automatically they start hating us because of the food and strife, man. That's our people, man.
Yeah.
Strife, railing, accusation, stuff like that.
That's what we're trying to sincerely turn from. All right? And the Lord gave us the opportunity to do so. All right? It is up to you. Do you believe that you got that opportunity? All right? Are you still going to believe more that you went off? Are you just going to give up? Or are you going to repent and keep pushing? All right? Because that's what it boils down to. Yeah.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
Yeah, unto anger. All right? That's why you have newborns. That's why you got stillborns. All right? That's why you got miscarriages. All right? That's why you have judgment on these streets, like car accidents. Okay? People committing suicide. All right? Whatever the case might be. That's judgment upon our people. And our people do that heavily, man. Okay? Because the Lord, Yahweh Shah, is angry. He's angry that all of us went off and that we was praying to God called Jesus Christ, not false God. Okay? Praying to individuals like Jesus Christ or Muhammad, being inside Christianity, all right, Islam, because that's another stronghold. Okay? But through the Spirit, man, and He gave us faith to believe on Him, man, and to serve Him only. Okay? And that's what we're trying to turn from. All right, guys.
They are gone away back.
You want to way back? Okay? Now it's time to turn back, all right? Read, meaning to come back. And penitence, all right? Hey, Salakia. Ask the Lord for forgiveness, okay? Hey, be low, be humble, with all humility, all right? Because at the end of the day, hey, He presented the truth to us, okay? And we graciously took that opportunity, man. Like the scripture says what? Many are called, but few are chosen. And we're still praying to Yahweh Shah that we be a part of that remedy, man.
You know why few are chosen? Because only few are going to have accountability. Really, the Lord asking us, telling us to do something, it takes accountability to do it. And a lot of people ain't got accountability.
Hey, and it takes a real man to say, I'm fucked up.
Exactly, bro.
And basically, that's what the Lord wants. Admit what you've done, keep admitting what you're doing, and keep calling on me. That's what prayer is all about. All right, the scripture, matter of fact, can you go to 2nd Ezra 15 where it says, for those who sigh and cry continuously? Because that's what it boils down to. All right, you think the Lord just wants you to just sit down and not talk to him?
Or the righteous man fall of 7 times.
Yeah, a righteous man falls 7 times. Okay? You really think that, hey, through prophecy and through the spirit that he gave us his name back, all right, going all the way back to what, 1969, all the way up to now, you think he just wants you to just sit down and not call on him? Especially if you know you're a Hebrew Israelite and you know his name? Okay, no, he wants us to call on his name, man.
What father doesn't want his son to talk to him?
Yeah. That's like looking at your son and saying, hey, son, and he just act like you're not there.
Exactly.
All right?
He's like,
Come to you in need.
right.
Yeah.
Some brothers here are fathers. If your son is like, real talk, a lot of people talk about adults neglecting the children. The children can neglect an adult, and it can make an adult feel a certain way. How you don't want your son just neglecting you, not wanting to come to you for advice, not wanting to talk to you, not wanting to hang with you. At the same time, you got to keep the boundaries of being a best friend and a father. But how would you feel? You know what I'm saying?
The scriptures say, honor thy mother and father in words and in deeds and in service.
The whole book of Sirach 3 talks about that, man. How a child should be towards their mother and their father. Exodus the 20th chapter, 10 Commandments.
There
you go.
That's physically and in the spirit.
That's right.
All right? Trusting in the spirit, so that's what we're going into. All right, faith. You got to trust that the spirit is dealing with you. All right, you got to pray for the Lord. Really, you should pray for the Lord that the spirit stay on you. All right, and there's always a good feeling once the spirit is on you, man. All right, because you're more on point, you're more observant, more watchful, pray more, you sigh and cry more. All right, which what the Lord really wants. Okay, you got that in 2nd Ezra real quick.
This is Second Ezra 15, instead of verse 7. Instead of verse 6. Okay, 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Definitely, we can clearly see that everything is increasing. All right, the sword is continuously be sharpened. All right, which is obtained by who? Esau and Edom. All right, because according to Genesis, hey, Esau was given the blessing of the sword. Man.
That's right.
All right, and that sword is continuously be sharpened. In other words, it's increasing. All right, once you sharpen up that sword, you want to hurt more people. That's basically what Esau and Edom is set up for.
Yep.
As a whooping tool, man.
Now he's using that CERN.
Yep. Now he's using that CERN, man. Trying to put out portals and shit.
Hell yeah.
All right, and the Lord's gonna beat your behind, man.
Right.
Okay, you got it.
Verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. All right. Here it is. We're already in that gross darkness, but that darkness has thickened up the minds of you people, man. All right. You guys are walking around after each other. It's like monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
Or he going to the store to get a Rello, he said his fans, I'm gonna do the same thing. All right. But that's what Esau wants our people to do. All right. This whole thing is set up. It's a system. All right. They want to program you to be a nigga.
Yeah, ultimately to blame you
Yeah.
when the Lord starts say, look, Lord, look how your people are, because ultimately it's them trying to get the birthright back.
Yeah.
They're not deserving of the birthright. You see, that's what they're doing.
He's really doing that through his what? His swords.
Yeah.
His wicked inventions. I know I mentioned it earlier. Like social media. Esau is just pushing that pollution out, man. Be a nigga. Be a whore. All right? Eat crabs. Eat shrimp. All right? Eat this, eat that, man. Okay? Because he wanted to constantly keep us down. Hey, that goes all the way back to that perpetual hatred that he has towards Jacob, man. In other words, Israel. Because his name later on got changed to Israel. All right? You got it.
Exodus 23 and 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
That's it.
To do evil. That's a commandment. All right? And here it is. We're in this kingdom. All right? This captivity under Esau and Edom, which is the wickedest king, really of all time, who destroyed the whole earth. Okay? The Lord gave him a title, the son of perdition. All right? In other words, the son of destruction. Okay? Now, who would want that title like that? Okay? But we're here to tell you that, hey, our biggest enemy, Esau Edom, is the son of destruction, man.
That's
Son
right.
of perdition. Okay? You got it. You go back to it.
This is 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Are fulfilled, man. All right? Everything that you people are doing, everything that these heathens are doing, especially the elites of these other kingdoms, all right, hey, the Lord knows about it. Okay? Matter of fact, can you still hold that? Can you give it to Ecclesiastes 12 chapter right quick? About the show?
Ecclesiastes.
Second of the 15 and 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Their hurtful works are fulfilled. So everything is fulfilled, man. The Lord knows about it. All right? You get on Ecclesiastes 12. Yep.
It's Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep.
Fear the Most High, which a lot of you still don't fear Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, here it is. You guys seeing the vehicles, all right, the chariots of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, we're telling you that there are angels, start with the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, all the way on down. All right, letting people know what's up. You guys have no fear. Okay, they're gonna have to take more and more judgment, more and more plagues for you people to fear, man. Okay, for you guys to be persuaded to say, man, fuck all this, I'm just get right.
Right.
Okay, because that's really what it's gonna have to boil down to. You're really gonna have to forsake this whole world. All right. Hey, be not conformed to this world. But a lot of you people are like leeches. Okay, you guys latch on to this world, man.
Hell yeah.
Sucking everything out of it.
I got a scripture for you.
Come.
Proverbs chapter 4. I'm going to start at 26. It says, ponder the path of thy feet and let all thy ways be established. Verse 27 says, turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil.
Remove thy foot from evil, man. All right. And it says what? Ponder your footsteps.
Yep.
In order to do that, you got to do what's called self-examination.
Woo.
Okay.
In another translation, it says, verse 26 says, carefully consider the path for your feet.
Yes. If you care about yourself as a man, woman, or a child, you're gonna really say, hey, I'm correct. All right. So we know, according to 1st and 2nd Samuel, that David was always praised and always mentioned that what he always conducted himself in a wise manner.
That's right.
Okay. So and that takes a lot of consideration. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing this shit right?
Right.
Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Okay. Am I moving in the correct manner as a man or as a bastard child? Okay. And if you are not moving right, hey, you have power to change. Hey, it's that royal spirit. That's power. You have the capability to correct your characters.
That's right.
Or your manners. Okay. Because we have power in Yahweh Shem Shah. Scripture says, look, we're more than conquerors. All right, so we're more than conquerors. You can literally conquer anything on this side, man. All right? Because we have power. We're the princes of what? Our power, man. Yasharallah. Okay?
I started beginning Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. Okay? You continue on about the shadow.
For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment.
Every work into judgment, right? Which goes back to that 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Can you to read that part?
2nd Ezra 15 and 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Their hurtful works are fulfilled. Now, can you go back to that? Read that again.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment.
Yeah, that's what we're experiencing on earth right now, okay? Hey, the judgment of what? The Yahweh Shem Shah, okay? Hey, these people just witnessed a grain storm. That's judgment.
Right, man.
Okay? People are experiencing a lot of things within their personal walk. Whether you know about the Hebrew Israelites or not, whether you know about Yahweh Shem or not, man. All right? Because you have what's called Romans 3:3.
That's right.
Whether you don't believe, hey, things are still going to pop off. All right? Because we're understanding the unjust is just unjust. They're just going to have to just be unjust while miracles are happening. They're going to have to still be unjust when the Lord starts creating more wonders upon the earth. Man. Okay? All right? We go back to that.
All right, 2 Corinthians 15, verse 7. Therefore says the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
As touching their wickedness, in other words, it's like you being in a room. Let's just say if your children could be rebellious, by putting holes in the wall, leaving stains on the floor, being loud.
What's that level?
You gonna snap like, I'm gonna finally beat his ass, okay? You ain't gonna hold your tongue on him. Here it is, you better tell your sons, all right, hey, y'all better calm down, hey, y'all better keep the kitchen clean, y'all better do this, y'all better do that. And then every single day you see the living room or something, it's a fuck up, all right? So you ain't gonna hold your tongue no more. You're just about to get to the ass whooping. You're about to get the belt, okay? And that's what Yahweh Shem Shai did to the children of Israel, man. All right, because he only deals with Israel. All right, he's not holding his tongue no more. Hey, we're being punished, okay? And until Yahweh Shai comes back. And then while we're being punished, we still gotta endure it. But in order to do that, you gotta have what?
Faith.
That's what we're talking about.
That's right.
2 Corinthians 15, verse 7. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Yeah, because y'all know y'all doing it. All right? And y'all still doing it. So it's the thing. Okay? Stop doing what you're doing.
You was in slavery. That's all the way to you. But Jake, you this conversation, come on, man. Like, y'all still don't get it. All right? And then the Lord has shown you an example. The Jake that got shot 60 times. The Lord is not going to get shot around that time. He's going to show you that we're still in captivity and we're not free. And the whole point is to repent so we can get out of this captivity. But you want to stay in it.
That's right.
We ain't trying to stay in.
Hell
It's
no.
the bird.
It says, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Yeah, so basically the Lord ain't about to show the people BS anymore.
Right.
Okay? Oh, y'all wanna try to open, portals by throwing particles at each other, think you know it all. You wanna set up pillars with commandments on them like you're in need. Okay? I'm gonna come back and cause hell in the mud.
Right.
You know, you gotta keep it.
PG.
Alright, but that's our power is angry, man. You guys about to get the worst ass whooping handed to you.
That's right.
Okay? And when some chariots start shooting laser beams, hey, just know it's gonna be that real, man.
That's right.
When they get low and close to you, when you can feel their presence, and give you a damn heart attack, you know it's real, man.
Like that movie Nope.
Yeah, like the movie Nope.
I can't wait to see that.
Me too, man. Me too. You finish this off.
It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
The souls of the just
Playing continually. That's right.
Just thing to do. All right? Going back to that word just, it just means upright.
Right.
Up. All right? That's the right thing to do. That's the righteous thing to do. All right? To look up to Yahweh Shem Shai, cleave unto it. All right? And I put it in a sense like that. Metaphorical sense. Okay? And that's exactly what all of us really need to do. And keep doing. You got to look up towards the Heavenly Father, who is only begotten Son. All right? Because Yahweh Shai is the mediator. So we got to say Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and keep praying unto him. All right? Repent daily. Okay? Morning, nighttime, whatever the case might be. All right? Pray over your food. Pray over your drink. Pray for brothers. Pray for yourself. Because that's what it boils down to, that relationship that you build with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right? So when the flood comes, you'll be like, Lord, please give me the power to help these people up. And they're like, oh, I know, yeah. Talk to me every day. Here you go, son.
And righteousness, that's right.
Yeah.
What's that Hebrew tazadak for? I think it's righteous. Righteousness is like tazadakim. Yep.
So that's the right thing. You got one more?
Luke 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Yep, and that cloud represents the chariot, man.
That's right.
All right, because we already know, hey, according to Revelation, every eye shall see. And when he returns, he knows what? Those clouds. Again, those clouds represent the chariots.
Well, get Acts the first chapter.
Yep.
You already know. I know. You know when he got caught up. You know, because
he got caught back up in the cloud, which is really the chariot.
And then we got to read what the angels are saying. Just reread that precept.
Okay.
Luke 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Verse 28.
And like I say too, the second Thessalonians talks about the brightness of his coming. Right? In other words, he's going to come with that angelic force.
That's right.
That great glory, that power. Right? It's going to be a power that you can feel. It's going to make your hair stand up.
You're going to have that aura.
You're going to have the aura. Really? Hey, I'm just speaking as a man. When the Lord come back, I believe that everybody's going to feel the power.
Yeah. What's that in Numbers? Is it Numbers 20 where it says a star date? Matter of fact, let me find it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. 24, right?
Let him finish this.
Verse 28, Luke 21 and 28, and this was a point. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh.
That's right. There it is again. All right. I'm just thinking about looking up. I told you how about you know, that's why salvation denied.
Right.
Okay. Can the brother just one more. Can the brother get Revelation 3 verse 26?
I got a quick one for you. This is Numbers classic. Numbers 24 and 17. Since you're speaking about Yahweh Shai and his glory when he comes back, it says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. The reason I'm bringing this out is because a star shines. It has an aura. It has a glory about itself. It has power, exactly. So when Yahweh Shai comes back, like we're speaking in, what was that, Luke 20? It was Luke, and it was speaking about the glory of when Yahweh Shai comes back. That's why I wanted that Acts the same way he left, the same way he's going to return. But he's a star, so a star has all its glory, all its power shining. When he comes back, you're going to see it. You're going to feel it.
And then the beautiful thing about it, we can go feel it. And at the same time, we can actually do witnesses.
Yeah.
That same bright power, that same star, hit this place like never before.
That's right.
That's the beauty about it. We get that right quick. Revelation 3 and 26.
What is he speaking about?
Yeah,
Lamentations 3 and 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
We was talking about faith, we were going to salvation. That's what it boils down to, all right? That you should have hope. It says what? Quietly wait? Yes, that comes with a lot of patience.
That's right.
A lot of diligence and a lot of endurance.
That's right.
Temperance. That's the gifts. That's the fruit of the spirit.
That's right.
Okay? So that's what it boils down to. Putting on the let men. Putting on the fruit of the spirit so that you can wait. That's the only way.
That's right.
Because you can't come in your own vain opinion and say, man, I'm just waiting. I can do this thing by myself. No, I don't work like that, man. Because you can't.
That's right.
We didn't get here to where we at right now by ourselves. Okay? We didn't come out here on the highways and byways every Saturday or Thursday to put up lessons. It's not all about us, man. We're doing it for who? So how about shoot on the shot? All right? Because that's what the hope goes into. Confidence. All right? We're prisoners of hope. You know what I'm saying?
This is Psalms 119 and 33. It says, teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep them unto the end. Give me understanding.
God, like I say too, that's what we're doing through the Spirit. We're saying, Lord, teach me this, teach me that. All right? Because that goes back to what? We're not following after our own ways. Right. All right? The brother Kachapala brought out what? The priest will talk about pondering your footsteps. All right? So we're constantly looking towards who? How about shooting on shots? All right? Yep. The only, hey, that's true faith right there. That's true confidence.
Said that believe
In the power of
trust me, so maybe
Hey, we're still believing in him. And also we got the spiritual lens to see what's going on.
Well, you know what it really is? The scriptures tell us to be good soldiers. What that scripture saying is like, give me the statutes. Statutes goes back, is a synonym to commandments, a charge, or a precept. So we're soldiers waiting on a commandment for the Lord to give us so we can do it. Which is guidance in a sense. But shit, I've been in the military. They have something called hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait for what? A fucking commandment. And then you get to do something and accomplish a mission. That's all we're doing right now. We're soldiers who's waiting for a commandment so we can finish a mission.
That's right. And you mentioned the word patience. It says so you just keep us to the end. Because that's what it's all about.
Sometimes like
keep on being on one way for a certain period of time. And know that it will go to the end, shall we say. So not only give the law and statutes and commandments for a moment in time, so taking those rules that the Lord has taught you and be patient and wait on them to the end. Psalms 119 and 33, it says, teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep them unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart.
Yep, and that's what we're doing through the Spirit, man. All right? And that ties into what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding should be the stability of our times, right? And these times that we're living right now, in a greater times to come, all right?
That's right.
We kept hope, all right? We was patient, all right? But those that on that, somebody for that, I'm gonna step down from
That's one.
Shalom, shalom. Because in these days right now, the evil, we see all kinds of judgment going on in the earth. We just saw, brother put in the chat, a guy took a knife to the throat and 2 times to the chest. He was out there in a New York bodega, you know, and that was judgment. You know, straight up judgment according to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Everybody thinks the Lord is all love, all tickles and butterflies. The Lord is a deadly powerful. People grossly underestimate the power of our Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, the creator of all things. When you say that, creator of all things,
Isaiah 45.
It don't even register to people. It don't, especially to our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. So what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
No, if not, I'll go by some.
We're in that gross dark. We're beginning that gross darkness right now. Beginning of Jacob's trouble. If you don't have the eyesight, you don't have the light, which is given to us. It's a faith thing. The faith is a gift, you know. The scripture says, if you're lucky enough, the Lord chooses you. We don't choose him. He chooses us. If you're lucky to be of that elect number, Lord willing, we are that elect number. Hey, count yourself blessed, man. You know, and that's a humbling, you know, it almost wants to move me to tears just thinking about it. Because it's like, you know, we don't deserve any of this. We don't deserve, really don't deserve the things that come in. We deserve death. But the Lord found mercy. Mercy, He gave us that mercy. You know, that mercy.
St. John 15 and 16, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, and you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, and whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you.
God, that's what we're doing right now. We're out here on the highways, the byways, fishing. We're fishing for our elect brothers, you know, out here in the common market, amongst all this traffic. You know, it's kind of dead now. You know, this is the times that we're in. Hey, this place, American Babylon the Great, is going down, man.
Yeah, because this is the chief place of concourse. We were commanded to come out here and do the things in which we're doing. All right, and the only way we can come out here, man, is through really faith. You know, that the Lord has instilled in us. You know, whether it be little faith or much faith, it's all through the house by some other side. The fact that we're even out here, you know, pushing the ministry and pushing the law, statutes, and the people of God. You know, he told us to come out here and lift up our voice as a trumpet to show our people their transgression, you know, so on and so forth. So the brother is absolutely right, man. You know, the Lord commanded us to come out here and do the things, man, and to freely give this word, man, as it was freely received, you know, when we got it.
That's right.
The dynamics of our jobs will change. It's Jeremiah 16:16, you already know. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord.
That's what we're doing right now. We're fishing. We're fishing for our elect brothers. You know.
It says, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
The Lord is going to turn us into hunters eventually. You know, after this fishing phase has run its course, the Lord's going to put the spirit on certain of us to be hunters.
God, it says, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
God, so we're gonna be hunting these elites out of the holes of the rocks. We're gonna snatch them up by the hair. They're gonna be slaves in the kingdom to come, as it's written in 2nd Ezra 6:9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Yeah, because if I could back the corner, elite, you know, they're gonna escape, you know, the first judgment. Like we were saying, they're gonna be thrown into captivity. That's why it says out of the holes and out of the clefts of the rocks, because these elite banking families, they have what you call underground bunkers.
Yep.
All right, but they're gonna go in and hide and think that they've escaped the judgment of Yahweh outside. But the men of the Lord are going to hunt those men out, man, and they're going to go into captivity and serve out, you know, their captivity, their 1,000-year captivity according to the scriptures, you know.
Yeah. The scriptures clearly state that he who leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He who did. And who is that? Who led these people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, into captivity, into chattel slavery? Chattel means cattle. You know, we were treated like straight up cattle. Still are treated like straight up cattle. You know, one of the worst enslavements in the history it is the worst enslavement in the history of this age. You know, what is that? It's the curses. Yeah, that's the curses. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That's right. This is Egypt. Right. This place, Egypt, if you look over here, I don't know, y'all can't see it, but they got these big old skyscrapers, which a skyscraper is a building that scrapes the sky to, and they have a big point at the top. It's like an obelisk. So there's signs of Egypt culture, ancient Egyptian culture all over throughout America, Babylon the Great. You know, and it's also that it's also spiritually Sodom, spiritually evil, and spiritually Sodom as well. What? how can we see that it's spiritually Sodom? We got all these alphabet crew. We're in the haven of the alphabet crew here in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's filthy and it's disgusting.
It's literally filthy. It literally smells.
It literally stinks. It smells like backed up sewage, man. You know, and these people are going to get judged. They're going to get judged for their filthy ways, as they should, man. You know.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring me into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
We came here on cargo slave ships to serve slavery, chattel slavery, and that has not changed. You know, they still got slavery in these jail cells, man. You know, hey, there's a thing called out of sight, out of mind, man, and that's our people, man. As long as they don't see it, they really don't believe it. You know, ignorance is bliss. You know, it's millions of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, locked up in cages. You know, slaving for you know, they want to call it a wage, but you know, it's pennies. And it's a business now, and they trade it on the stock exchange up there. You know, these are corporations. You know, we even got some of our own people. Michael Jordan invested in these corporations.
Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge."
Destroyed. That's a beautiful word. Destroyed. Can't get no more destroyed. And it's waxing worse and worse and worse. You know? These abortions, man. You know? What? Biden just... Okay. Biden just approved, what was it?
It was like abortion protection or something like that.
Yeah. Abortion protection. And it all goes back to child sacrifice, man.
Molech.
Molech. You know? Where you know, our people participate and they still to this day participate in that Molech sacrifice, man, where they basically they burn the baby. If you've seen an abortion, it's disgusting, man, and you think that it's just these silly women, for lack of a better word, black demons.
There you go.
They
let it out.
Hey man, if they actually saw it, man. If they actually saw it, I don't know if their minds would change, but they probably wouldn't. Yeah. But hey, when I saw it, the brother put it in the chat, man, I was like, what? You know, the baby, it looked like a human being, man, with eyes.
And you know what they were saying? It's like, wait, if it's 6 weeks, it's not considered a human. When the baby, the fetus is coming out, got legs, arms, heads, organs. They got a heartbeat.
Well, if they wasn't alive, then how come the bitch know when to feed the baby? This baby get hungry, she get hungry. But it's not alive, right? Stupid hoes, man.
And, going back to the scripture says that they're destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because our people take being able to get an abortion as a right. They package it to them as if they got a choice of what to do with their bodies. But that's because it's a lack of knowledge. If our people knew really, hey, the scripture tells us to be fruitful and multiply. That's just enough right there to know that you're supposed to be terminating pregnancies, man. All right, but our people, and we always, put it back to our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we fall up under the same category as being God's chosen people. Now we have an elect of our people, but us on the whole, bro, we're the nation of Israel. The heathen, they gonna do what they do. All right, but we're solely focused on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because it says, for my people, who are the Lord's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You were destroyed for a lack of knowledge because you just take everything at face value. You know, whatever Esau say, you know, it's about your body and your choice. Oh yeah, that's right. That sounds good. You know, he's giving us an option. You know, in all actuality, he's destroying you, man, and you're destroying yourself right along with him. You know.
If I could say, hey, my people say the story for lack of knowledge. The scriptures say they have a zeal without a form of knowledge. It says in Exodus 20, "Thou shalt not kill," which means thou shalt not murder. So our people should know by now the time it is as far as how the Lord is them. All right, starting from like Zachariah said, ever since our apostles, our leaders came out, they should be taking heed to something about it.
That's that seed in the head, not you. There's plenty of pairs or couples that want a baby and can't have a baby. You know, and try, and everything's working, but it ain't working. You know, the baby ain't being formed. So who puts that seed in the egg? The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai does that. That's right. So you don't have that right to take that that life. You know, you're playing the Most High. That's right. Real talk.
Hosea 4 and 6, for my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children.
That's right. And we're raised to a standard, man. The Lord's chosen people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're raised to a holy standard, okay? We're raised to a holy standard, man. We can't just do whatever the hell we want to do. You know, and that standard lies within the scriptures, all right? The standard lies within the scriptures, all right? And if we're not, could you read that again one more time?
Yeah, I will run back through the whole. This is Hosea 4 and 6. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children.
That's right. So we turned our back, or 2/3 of our people turned their back on the Lord. The Lord going to turn his back on y'all. He's gonna let you suffer in the destruction that's here to come, man. It's coming. It's coming. And you can put your head to sand all you want, but the Lord's gonna bring it right to your front door.
This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
That's right. Unrighteous decrees.
That's all good. Shoot, we're talking about the abortions.
And Biden.
Biden just signed an executive order, you know, to basically reverse the Supreme Court ruling that was reversed, Roe versus Wade, that doesn't give, you know, the women of this so-called nation, or the United States, to abort and murder babies. You know, he's put it back into play where, you know, they can do that.
But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. They'll say that that fetus is not a person because it can't live on its own. Well, you got millions of assholes in America that can't survive on their own. So does that just mean that there's a mush of cells? That's and another point. If you kill a pregnant woman, you get charged with double homicide.
Right.
What's the difference?
Double homicide. I mean,
So in their logic, it's okay for them to abort it, but if she still has that fetus inside of her and you take her life, it's considered 2 lives. So what's the double standard in that?
It's only 2 lives if she decided it's 2 lives.
If it wasn't her decision to kill it, you know, that's wicked. Right?
Man, that's confusion.
women are wicked out here. especially the women of our nation, man. They're grossly wicked. Brother put in the chat, there was a so-called Indian woman, an Elamite, and a Jake woman, you know, a nigger woman. And the Elamite woman was trying to teach her how to dance.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And she was all graceful and, you know, and then all the, the nigger woman, she's all dressed in her nigger outfit, man. And she wanted to just, you know, the Elamite is sitting there trying to be graceful and dance real nice and show her, you know, how to be graceful. And what does the nigger woman do? She bends her ass over and damn near pops it on a handstand.
This is Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by mine, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land.
That's right, man. You know, judgment is coming for these harlots in the street, for these niggas in the street, for 2/3 of our people. You know, judgment is coming, and it's already on board. You know, you can see it. You can see it. You know, in the news. You can see it all over TikTok and all these, you know, social media platforms. You know, but Jake want to keep his head in the sand.
You know what it is? It's you know, we already seen the famine, and that's part of the judgment, right? But because it's not as extreme as it's going to get, Jake think they still got time to be out here playing around. But really, ultimately, you, like you said, your head in the sand. Judgment is already here, man. It's just gonna get worse. It's on a decline.
Yeah, man.
It's just going down. America's falling. The money's gone. The food is almost through, which it's already trash or eaten any fucking ways.
Everything's corrupt.
It's over, man. Lawlessness and things like the Book of Eli is coming to America.
Right. One hour. I think that's Revelation 18.
Stop.
Here, I'm getting
The last push.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and 10. It says, standing afar off, for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Right. So the Lord should come to Jesus' place. It's going to be Yahushua and the angels to destroy this place, Babylon the Great, in 1 hour.
I got that one that you watched. Revelation 18:2. It says, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, that great city, is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean bird.
Yeah. This place, Babylon the Great, which is America. Clearly, you see that it's inhabited with wicked things. It's wickedness all around. In 1 hour, it's going to be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord.
And if I can say too, going into what the brother just read, after it get destroyed, it's going to be nothing but what desert animals here as well, the fowls of the air and stuff like that. So basically, this place won't be a habitat or a habitat. It's like you by human life, you know.
It's going to be a desert.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a desert, and it's going to be basically cleansed by nuclear fire. You know, the picture that I have in my head is Planet of the Apes. Yeah, there's Planet of the Apes. And when he finally realizes that he's still in America, he's in America. And you got the head of Statue of Liberty sitting in a pile of sand, and You know, America, Babylon the Great.
You seen the old Planet of the Apes, right?
God.
Remember, in those ones, they was really like in the wilderness, desert looking place. So it's like that's what America's gonna look like after this one. What you guys work out?
God. This is coming to totally obliterate this place. It's going to be no more talking. We're not going to be out. We're not going to be. We're going to be up in the skies, waiting for the fallout, so we come down and clean up the earth.
I got Isaiah 13, verse 19. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the battle of the Chaldees excellence. Chaldees when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian neither shall the shepherds make their foes there.
Hell yeah.
So-called black people. They come over here, they look. That's why when it says basically those men are going to move when they see Babylon get destroyed. Because that's their money. That's their way of life. That's how they became rich.
Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, the beauty of the Chaldees. That's Chaldees are often associated with Esau. So it's going to be like how about Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? Not going to happen. After the fire and brimstone. They played completely wiped out. I believe it was 5 cities total. But what's going to happen to America? It's going to really be a lot worse than that. It's going to be with fire and brimstone. That's what the scripture's saying. It is actually going to be way worse than that. But we're going to go into the destruction of this devil, man. But first we're going to talk about how the Lord pretty much said to do these things in the last days. All right? This is since the brother said that. It's Romans 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Since the brother said that basically that he was set up. Okay, well, little do you guys know, Yahweh Shah, he set up Esau Edom, which is our ultimate enemy, to rule over this place. All right, because the scripture says what? The earth shall be given into the hands of the wicked. Verbally paraphrasing. All right, so this earth, all right, was given into the hand of who? Esau Edom. All right, so it says let every soul be subject to the higher power, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh Shah, and they that resist shall receive themselves in damnation. So that's why you have scriptures like agree with our adversary. Okay, so if you know that this Edomite, this devil was set up to rule over you, it would be wise to move as a wise serpent, but homeless as a dove. Okay, to agree with your adversary when need be, and basically to lay low, all right, undercover, basically playing undercover.
That's what happened with this James Morgan dude, man. Like I say, he got put on the show. He ran over the police.
Yeah.
He's like, license and registration. Yes, please. Get pulled over. It's like every other nigga. Like George Floyd trying to run away.
Yeah, not only that, he shot at the police. And, our people are surprised at the consequences he got when he shot at the police officers. And then got out of hand and asked them, you already behind the 8 ball being a dumb Israelite. And they trying to kill us, over change what they did. And you just gave him more reason to by shooting back at him. We flipped his ass with 6 bullets, and then you got our people going around protesting over a nigga. You know?
Right.
Oh, but y'all still want to report niggas.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's that madness.
Yeah, man. So you really have to abide by the laws of this land, and you're gonna get
Call out people reprobates.
Right.
Lord pretty much sent in the things up where only certain way of thinking people, a certain minded people, they able to enforce. You can't be, you can't have a quick temper in this place. You have to apply wisdom in anything that you do. And damn, running from the police is not a wise thing in these days. I mean, the last past 100 years, man, there's never been a good thing when Jake running from the police. What they gonna chase after you and steal you and just put the handcuffs on and all. If you don't beat the shit out of you, he gonna shoot you.
And then niggas watch all of these different cop movies, cop series, you know, The Wire and whatever, just whatever. And you see, they show you how despicable these cops can be. But a nigga still thinks that, oh, I'm gonna run away from this nice lady and she's gonna ask me why I did it and she's gonna understand and not charge your ass. Niggas is stupid, man.
Yeah, but just like how about shooting our shot, put this devil up for a certain time, he's gonna take him down as well. It's a short period of time that it's already moving. And that started really came back during times of the Renaissance.
That's right.
That's that short season. Then it's a different. When you look into it, I don't even think it's not even 4,000 years. Come, this is Proverbs 21, start from the top. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is living and controls.
The scriptures speak about the beast having 1 hour, but the beast too.
Back then to now,
Like 42 years, so really.
It says that the Lord is pretty much controlling the king's heart, which is his mind. So, these people are really puppets for you. How about you? How it's not? The Lord pretty much set you up to rule the earth, and to be
That's what I'm trying to show you. The picture I sent you. Watching that movie. That was what I was referring to about a long time. I took a picture. It didn't show up. It just showed black screen. So I saw censoring this shit, man. I was like, yo, I didn't catch it the first 500 times I watched that movie. I'm saying it about all the time.
So let's go into go into the history.
Ready to reveal it.
Basically, in the beginning of the
patiently wait.
Renaissance, when the Lord pretty much allowed Esau to run wild throughout the earth. And we're going to go into some of the things that he's done since that time.
This is Psalm chapter 17 and 13. It says, arise, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
That's what I was smoking. Yeah, the wicked which is thy sword. Even though the Lord is using Esau to punish us, we still have to pray to the Lord to not get punished. I mean, it's simple as that. Do what your father tell you to do, and you get rewarded. You know, all this stuff.
Revelation 20:1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand.
Yeah, so that angel coming down from heaven, I mean, it's not written, but it's obvious that the angel is Yahweh Shah. Because Yahweh Shah, the Lord gave the power to Yahweh Shah to control all these things, including the way that Esau Edom moved, including, giving him authority over the earth.
Well, you said Revelation 20:1, right? That's actually speaking, going into the Byzantine. So that's actually speaking about Septimius Severus, that angel coming down. Keep reading it.
Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent.
Start back at 1.
Revelation 20:1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit,
Right.
and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon.
So that great chain in the hand of slavery. So that angel that came down is Septimius Severus. This is going into the Byzantine. You're gonna notice in Revelation 20 it skips in time, but in that great chain in his hand is that slavery. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, the devil and Satan, that old serpent from the beginning. That serpent today, Esau, even the so-called white. So during this time, it was a short period of time where Esau Edom was not, pretty much comfortable with like was to do after them, like he was before. So that's what that change is. It's a form of slavery that the Lord put down on us. It says, and bound him 1,000 years. Again, that 1,000-year period will start between 300 to 400 AD, all the way up to 1300 to 1400 AD. So before that time, before 1300 AD, the 1,000-year period, in history, they teach you that was dark age.
Right.
This way Esau got pushed up into the mountains.
Right.
Yeah.
Even after that, that was the Renaissance. That's when a lot of the history was rewritten, and things was changed over.
I was about to say, get that in Maccabees.
I was gonna say Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7 and 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Which, so like the fourth beast is wrong.
First Maccabees 3 and 46.
About that, we're going to go into it after the Renaissance period. Because it was a time where Rome was
The Iconica. You know what I'm talking about?
Before
The
the
Iconica.
slavery period, 1,000 years, and after that,
First Maccabees.
deadly wind that was here, spoken about in Revelation 13. So that's Rome becoming all over. It says, it shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. Because when you look into the history of ancient Rome, they had Senate, all of these things that was different from the previous ways of how kings ruled lands, and how they conquered the earth. So their army was more powerful. They had a lot of iron weapons, a lot of swords, army, and all that. Diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. Yeah, the 10 horns represent the EU and NATO today. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And those 3 kings are pretty much their own people. This talking about is about to go into the beginning of America. But before that, he came to conquer America. It was the French, the Spaniards, and the British.
There you go, bro.
They speak great words against the Most High. They shall wear out the saints of the Most High. They think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into the hands until a time and time with the body of time. That's that 350-year period from 1619 all the way up into 1969, where pretty much we was dead. We was dead to the truth. The truth wasn't not. It didn't come out until 1969. Before then, going before 1619, we was over on the west coast of Africa and other parts of the earth. But this is pretty much going into how this devil started changing everything. He changed times, seasons, laws, and all that started
about during the time of the Renaissance.
Oh, hey, get this real quick. It's going back what you just said.
John, this is First Maccabees 3, verse 48. He laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Yeah, that was done too. They painted the likeness of their images. What was the worst thing to come out of the Renaissance? Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, let me get it.
Who the world calls Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right here.
That was an image that destroyed our whole world. The world of Israel. This image right here, man, that's the devil. So he did these things, he changed laws, he changed times, seasons, and all these things just to put himself to look like he's righteous. To pretty much not let us look at him as being a wicked, even though everything that he did was wicked as hell that he did to us. But he still made that image so we can worship that image, right. Therefore worship him. Right.
Yeah, that's why Florida Evans' ugly ass is back in the spirit world, and John Amos is still down here kicking shit, man.
Revelation 20 and 3.
That white Jesus out of it.
Cast him into the bottomless pit.
Michael tried to tell us.
Shut him up and set a seal upon him. Yeah, the bottomless pit is Europe. So Europe had always been like a dead area. That's why they call it. The scriptures go into it saying it's the bottomless pit. That 1,000-year period, like I said before, was the Dark Ages. So it says, set a seal upon him, and we should deceive the nations no more. So the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. So after that, we must be loosed at Little Caesar. So now we will be after that 1,000-year period from 1400s all the way up until now. And that's just a little season that the devil has to run. And that fall, man, that fall is going to be the worst destruction that has ever. Man, they talk about the Big Bang Theory, man. That fall going to be. It ain't no such thing as the Big Bang Theory, but
That's gonna be the Big Bang.
yeah, that's going to be the real Big Bang Theory.
Hey, because you know why, bro? And I think you just read Daniel 7. Well, in Daniel, when you read in Daniel 7 a little further down, it tells you that that whole statue is gonna fall once that stone hits the ankle. So it's gonna be a Big Bang because it's not just simply we're in Babylon the Great, but Babylon the Great, the residue of the Greco-Roman Empire has got to fall. The Medo-Persian, the spirit of the Medo, because the scripture Daniel the 7th, if you know where it's at, it tells you the Lord basically held these places for this time of judgment. That's why you can still go to these places in a sense. The spirit of the Assyrian Babylonians is still on this place.
They gotta pay for that too.
Yeah, you said the Big Bang Theory. A theory is based off ideas. So this is going to be actual fact. It's going to be a fact that America's going to be destroyed.
That's right.
It's not going to be a theory. It's going to be something that actually happened. The Big Bang didn't happen. That's why it's a theory. It's an idea. Yeah. It's a thought. This goes back into the mind.
I'm gonna read this for you real quick, bro. Okay, this is Daniel 7 and going straight to the point. Daniel 7 and 12, and it says, "As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time."
It was prolonged, and it's all about the order that Yahweh shall set it up, man. He didn't just allow them to rule because he liked them. He allowed them to rule because there's an order for everything.
Right.
It's a balance for everything.
Because hey,
So we use that sword on us, the wicked, to punish us, and that time is about to end. I mean, the end of it.
hey, because America is nothing more than a copycat of all these other kingdoms anyway. That's why you see a little bit of, you see Egypt here. You see the Medo-Persian Empire here. All right, you see the Babylonian. Hey, why do you Americans, you think that Christmas is something new? When Christmas goes back thousands and thousands of years ago. Okay, Valentine's Day, your very holidays, your very law systems, all of these Easter, and this all goes back to different kingdoms. You know.
Well, if I can add to you, brothers mentioned the Big Bang Theory. That actually goes back to the Assyrians, if I'm not mistaken, and evolution too. See?
Come on now.
And that's why that beast also diverse, because it's too much diversity here, confusion.
There's no originality because everything was taken. The holidays from here, the way you cook is from there, how you deal with women is from here. It's just like it's stagnant.
I got real quick precept. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. And I brought that out just to say that, the Lord, hey, so Esau, Edom, and the rest of these nations can't say that our power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is unjust. He gave them their time to rule, and that time is waxing worse now, man. It's waxing to the grave.
It's coming to an end.
Coming to an end. So the water. It's coming to an end, you know. Got it, brother.
So, going back to the Renaissance, what was their main objective? To rise above and to continue to keep their kingdom going. You know? So they already know that there's a chosen people. They know these things. They just wanted us to not know who we were. And as long as they kept us down not knowing who we are, that's the level they get to. That's why it goes into the 350-year period. Well, after that 350 years, we started to get our flesh back on our bones, the skin, and then we get the breath of life. We living again, man.
Ezekiel 37.
So we basically coming back from the dead. Yeah. But that's been the main objective for this devil ever since he's been in power.
That's right.
We get up. Con, this is Psalms 83, starting at verse 2. For, lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Yeah, they that hate thee have lifted up their head. We really hated. We hated. All these nations hate us, man. I mean, it's known that all these nations hate us. You know, especially by this place being Babylon, land of confusion, you got a picture of everybody. And after, throughout the week when I'm working, deal with all this stuff. And I can feel and see the hate coming from them. No matter how hard you smile and no matter how nice you try and be, I know that deep down you have hate. Can I continue on? Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the nation of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Yeah, cut us off from being a nation. They still cut us off from being a nation. You know? Even, and let's go into before the 350 period started. What did they do? They came over here. They destroyed little civilization. Yeah, that we had set up. They destroyed that, and then went back and went to the west coast of Africa and brought the southern kingdom over here. Basically taught us what they want us to know. Made us speak the language that they wanted us to speak. And those main languages are Spanish and English. There's some French in there too, because the French actually, I believe the French and the Spanish was on that same island of Hispaniola with Simeon and Levi. And they caused the war to have those two brothers fighting against each other on that island. Those some speaking French, some speaking Spanish. All right, these are down in South America. They had their heritage beat out of them. They speak Spanish, they speak Portuguese. We speak English.
he was cut off from being a nation. He was no longer allowed to speak Hebrew, and he had to speak what they taught us. Was that it on the ground?
It's going to work, right?
I was going to say too, because all I mentioned is that let us cut them off of the nation. Well, we know in the spirit that Esau was blessed with the sword. What do you use the sword with? To cut, to kill. So that's spiritual in itself. I'm applying that. When he was blessed with the sword, and said, well, let's cut them off of the nation. So he constantly using that sword against the nation of Israel. Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and verse 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
And that first beast that was wrong before.
Yep.
And he was talking about this system.
And caused of the earth and them to dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose daily womb was hell.
Yeah. His daily womb was hell. Just Rome being reincarnated. Rome all over again. He's talking about, the symbolism in this place. A lot of this ancient buildings have ancient Roman
Architecture.
Architecture. Yeah.
I got to put this on for you. Revelation 17, and starting at verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not. It shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. When they behold the first they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Yeah, that's Rome all over again. They said they came out of the bottomless pit. Out of the European team.
Yeah.
Pretty much to go out and destroy. Mainly destroying Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. 12 tribes that's on this side. That's who they went out to destroy. Is that it on it?
Yeah, that was it. Going into how basically Rome is going to come back through that healing process. All right, that's why Martin Luther brought out this place is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. This place is spiritually Egypt. Okay, so it's a lot of things that the brother going into that this place has. All right, a piece of this kingdom, a piece of that kingdom. All right, everybody can come here and serve who they want to serve. It's all a big melting pot with confusion.
Yeah. Babylon.
Yeah, Babylon, the ball of Babylon, meaning confusion. That was it. Matter of fact, I keep going. Verse 9, and here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are seven mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
Let's talk about this beast system that came out of the bottomless pit. As I said before, those 7 heads are those Edomite nations. You got the French, you got the Spanish, you got the British, you got Jamaica Major, Jamaica Minor, and Rome.
That's right. Because it says he must continue a short space. Well, let me get this for you right quick. This is Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
In short time, man. That's the time. We on borrowed time in this place.
Right. Just talk about that.
They were saying that this video was out saying that
CERN actually destroyed the world back in
I seen that.
2012. Something stupid.
They apologized. I was like, man, it's lucky, bro.
I'm like, we really on board. If they feel like that, we all on board.
I was like, what kind of devil? You know you were the devil. When you can twist your lips to apologize for the stroke. Like, sorry.
Oh, no.
I fucked up. It's like,
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
no, that was it.
Sorry, I did a thing. I did something. Oops.
Malachi chapter 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
The Lord has special hate. Just reading Psalms 83. It's only talks about the enemies. The first enemy was to talk about the Esau. Every time they named the enemies of the nations that shall be around them, Esau is over there. So the Lord got a real special hate for them.
Yeah, go back.
Turn and build a desolate place. We don't talk, but we're going to build a desolate place. That's the part of them. They think that they're going to destroy the world and then build it back up and move again. And still be in control of everything.
Don't look like that.
It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Yeah, man. So going into that deadly wound that was healed, you know, they tried to rebuild Rome all over again to this beast system, you know, these European nations. And the Lord said they can build up, but I'm going to throw down. So the Lord coming back to throw them to destroy the nations. America, Babylon the Great, is going to obliterate them. It's just like the brother was talking about before. We done lived in fowls in the air and desert.
Cockroaches.
Scorpions, snakes.
Yep, so that's the future of this place, man. And it's basically going into Renaissance. I don't know, lies the devil has taught what the Lord is going to give him for doing that. You know, this is going to be the worst destruction that has ever taken place in history. All right, so with that, we'll let the next brother come in and speak. This is the book of Obadiah, starting from the top. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Okay, guys, I'm going to read it. This is Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. You know, since the brother was just going into Esau Edom, and you know his rulership and everything like that. Well, this whole book is concerning our biggest, greatest enemy, Esau Edom, so-called Caucasians or so-called white people starting with the Jacob families. All right. It says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathens like it. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. I'm bringing out this point because the brother Shalomon, he was mentioning how Esau Edom is greatly hated. Okay? Well, you know, that's true. All right? It says in this text that what? Edom is greatly despised, even amongst the heathen. Okay? He's greatly despised. All right? Continuing on. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, which he did. All right? That's when he got pushed back up to the mountains. All right? It says, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And basically, that's what this devil is all about. All right, his pride. All right, what the scripture says, what pride goes before destruction. All right, he's so proudful in himself to the point where he thinks he can just run everything. He thinks he can push out his agenda. He thinks that he can put pillars out like the Georgia Guidestones. Okay, he thinks that he can give everybody that CHIP. Okay, but little do he know
that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to destroy him. Okay? And his plans won't be fulfilled. Okay? Because you have what's called prophecy. All right? It's prophesied that the Israelites, okay, they left the nation of Israel to what? Go to the kingdom of heaven. All right? So his time is up. I'm going to go into the short space, but he knows that he has on a short time. Okay?
Actually, Daniel chapter 8, because with Esau having a short time, short space, he did a lot of habit. Kind of what you're reading about right now. He was pompous and proud. That's why he read Isaiah 10:1 earlier. Speaking about the decrees and the laws that he comes out with. Once the laws and decrees he comes out with, destroys them.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Daniel 8. Did I say this? 8:21. Yeah.
This is the book of Daniel.
This is going to go into these Edomites destroying this place. Starting with what it got me in fear to go into history. Shalimar. So we're going to get some history on how he destroyed it. All right, good.
This is Daniel 8:21. And the rough goat is the king of Greece.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the Greeks. Because whenever you mention, whenever you go into the 7 heads, it's pivotal for you to start. I know if you get that the question asked, who are the 7 heads? Just always start with the Greeks. Always start with the Greeks. Because the Greeks were the inception of these Edomites really wreaking havoc. Right?
Well, yes, the statue.
Right, yeah. Greeks were really the start. When you read the book of Maccabees, you saw how they did it, especially just the first chapter of the book of Maccabees. It just ruined them. But go ahead, brother.
Daniel 8:21. And the rough goat is the king of Greece, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
First Maccabees chapter 1. First Maccabees 1. That's it. That has a lot of history within that. It's that one specific verse.
Yeah.
Daniel 8:21. Now, and the rough goat is the king of Greece, and the great horn is between his eyes is the first king.
It's the first king, right? So that's speaking about the Greeks and Alexander the Great. You can apply. I'm not telling you the breakdown, but you can apply King Philip II in there because he was King Philip II. Matter of fact, read.
This is First Maccabees 1:1, and it happened. After that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim,
The Macedonian.
Seleucus, the Macedonian.
Macadamia nut? They are macadamia nuts. These Edomites are fucking nuts, man. White people nuts. It's fucking crazy, man. You gotta say it like that, too. These white people out of their damn minds. They're nutty. Yeah, they are a bunch of macadamia nuts walking around. You know what I'm saying? Slipping their tongue. I'm playing with you, brother.
Yeah,
But, King Philip of Macedonia is speaking about Philip II. Because when you read the history about Philip II, he really was the inception of the start of the wars of the Persians and the Medes against the Greeks.
Yep.
Okay? That was it. He started that. And he just had his son finish it. Go ahead, bro.
The battle of
Arbella. The battle of, was it, you talking about the battle of Arbella in 331 with it?
Continuing on, and I think this is going into, correct me if I'm wrong, there is the second verse?
Yeah, there's.
Okay, God. It made many wars and won many strongholds.
So start at the top again so we can get the one.
Okay, Khan, this is First Maccabees 1:1, and it happened. After that, Alexander, son of Philip,
Philip II. So now Alexander's, you see the switch of power right here. Go ahead.
the Macedonian,
Right?
who came out of the land of Chittim.
Came out of the land of Chittim. Now what? Alexander, really he started his rulership at the age of 18. All right, he started at the age of 18. All right, but of course, what we're seeing now when he was around age 20, because the scriptures talk about what 12 years, something like that, since that he reigned. Because what he died at 32, 33 years old. So the scriptures are great. But when you look into some history on Alexander, King Philip II got his son's toes wet. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be out for a little bit. I'm gonna need you to go run with something. He raised them to try to be a king. You know what I'm saying? So at the age of 18, Alexander actually won his first battle. Actually slaughtered. Like, it was like a landslide. It was like the fucking Lakers versus the Pee Wee team. He just ran them out the water. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is King Philip, he had 2 sons. And Alexander was not his first.
Right.
You know, but the spirit had it to where Alexander got the birthday to do what he did.
Count.
I think it was, you said what?
Was Ptolemy one of Philip's sons? Where I was listening to some history stuff.
I think King Philip, of course, he had Alexander, and I think it was Philip the Third.
Oh.
But look it up real quick. Just fact check about the I ain't thinking, go ahead, brother.
Con. Continuing on in verse 1, it says, "Has smitten Darius, king of the Persians,
Which the brother was, the brother Zachariah was correct. That's Darius the Third. All right?
that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece."
The first over Greece, exactly. So that was bringing back to Daniel 8:21, because it says first in the stead, first over Greece. And what does Daniel 8:21 say? This was the first king. Go ahead.
Daniel 8:21, and the rough goat is the king of Greece, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
It's the first king. That's exactly what it says in the Maccabees. So I don't care what these people out here who don't believe in the Bible. The Bible does not contradict itself, because it's literally saying the same thing. The first king. It says the first king over Greece. In 1 Maccabees 1:1, it says this is the first king. And these 2 books are written 1,000 years apart. A couple hundred years, a few hundred years apart. So stop with the antics when you're saying the Bible contradicts itself, when we're giving history about real people who walked the earth. And it's saying the same things as a book that was written hundreds and thousands of years before this one. So stop. Again, the brother mentioned Romans 3:3 and 4. God forbid, let the Most High be true and every man a liar. This is the truth. So Daniel 8:21 is the Greeks, primarily King Alexander. All right, Alexander the Great. That's people who are. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 22. Verse 22.
Because we're gonna start getting into how the Edomites rule the world. In fact, flip the page. Go ahead, bro.
Daniel 8:22, them that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in its power.
All right, so we're going to reread that, and we're going to do it slow so we can get everything. You got something, brother? Yeah, you want to get some. Go ahead, read it out.
No, it's just people say it.
Okay.
Like, and historians say possibly.
Like Ptolemy?
Yeah. Like Ptolemy. He's the illegitimate son of Bill.
So, he's like a bastard child. So is it like in a sense like he took him in?
No, like.
Or like he actually had him?
Like he actually might have had him. And the Macedonians, I think, that's not true.
Okay, so it's not solidified though.
Not solidified.
So who was his other son? Was it?
He had like 7 other, like 4 or 5 other sons.
Did he?
Sisters.
I only know about Alexander. I think he had what? Philip the Third.
Second.
No, Philip was the second. Alexander's dad was the second.
He was the second.
What? We talking
Philip third right here, right? First Maccabees, verse 10, they came out, and out of them a wicked group. Antiochus, surname, not that one.
But get rid of who was supposed to go. But go ahead, bro.
Khan.
Daniel 8 and 22. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation.
What four kingdoms is that? All right. Matter of fact, because it's really going on what? So who can name the 4 kingdoms? Go.
Cassandra.
Caligula was one of the feathers.
Yeah.
Yep. So name them again for the edification of the king.
Sir Lucius, Ptolemy, and Cassandra.
Yep.
Las Vegas.
So in order to understand the breakdown, you gotta understand the branches of Alexander.
Daniel 8 and 22. Now that being broken, whereas
It says now that being broken. Now the brother just mentioned the pieces, the 4 pieces are the broken, which you say the broken horn, which is the broken power, which is Alexander. Okay?
it says, now that being broken,
Right?
whereas 4 stood up for it,
Right?
4 kingdoms shall stand out of the nation, but not in his power.
But not in his power. So it was divided. All right. So you had sections. Of course, you have the north, the south, the east, and then the west. All right. The south was Ptolemy. The east was Seleucid, the Seleucid Empire. I think the north and the west were Cassandra and Lysimachus. I think Cassandra was the Macedonian. And then Lysimachus was over Seleucia.
Asia Minor?
Asia Minor.
Where?
Asia Minor.
No, it's not
Yeah, you know, look it up. Fact check. Because you don't want to.
We'll just start with who was
The king of the north was Cassandra. The south was Ptolemy.
because the Hellenistic came out of Seleucid.
Seleucid Empire.
The Seleucid Empire Hellenized Israel.
Yep.
So that gives you that corner.
Yeah, so they were in the east.
Right.
So that's the 3 quadrants. So it just the
The
west
last
side.
was left over.
Yeah. Because, you know, when we go into the history of things, the Macedonian Empire and Lysimachus, they really kind of like fizzled. You see what I'm saying? The main 2 powers were the Ptolemaic Empire and the Seleucid Empire.
Yeah.
That's why hence you had how many? You had 6. What wars? Can you name? The 6.
Punic?
Nah, Punic was during the Romans.
Romans, yeah.
So you had the first and second Punic Wars. But the second Punic War was the final one with Hannibal.
Yeah.
You know, and the final battle was the Battle of Zuma, where he fought Scipio Africanus. You know, and that's where they took him down, and that's where Rome took over northern Africa. They called it Africa because I think in the Roman tongue or the Greek tongue, Africa meant land of the hot. So of course they named it Africa. You know, where you get Scipio Africanus. Right. So that was during the Romans. So fast forward a little bit, it would be the 6 Syrian wars. So you had 6 Syrian wars against the Seleucid Empire against the Ptolemaic. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say the 5th and 6th Syrian wars mentioned in the book of Matthew. Also, the Syrian wars are mentioned in Daniel, the 11th chapter. They get the Syrian wars in Daniel 11. We might get it like this. But go ahead. Oh, what's up, brother?
Oh, because I'm about to say, because when First Matthew, when you read the verse 2, it says, they made many wars.
They made many wars.
Yup, and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth.
Right. That's it.
It was with Daniel 11 too, right?
Yeah, that's the spirit. Daniel 11. Matter of fact, get Daniel 11. Just hold Daniel 11 on the day. You know, I'm about to fact check myself. Yeah. So during the time of the Maccabees, it was during the 6th Syrian war. So that was like 170 BC. All right. So reread Daniel 8:21 or 22.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 22. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms
So
shall
like Daniel 11 and 12. Go ahead.
Daniel 8 and 22, for that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power.
But not in his power. Go ahead.
Verse 23, and in the latter times of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark sentences shall stand up.
All right, so let's go into this. So reread, that was verse 23, right?
Verse 23.
Yeah, so let's reread verse 22, and let's do this slow. So we understand 22 before generals. All right, so let's go to 23.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full,
During the latter time in their kingdom, when the transgressors shall come to the full,
a king of fierce countenance
a king of fierce countenance
and understanding,
and understanding.
dark sentences shall stand up.
So what do you think that is? Yeah, there you go. So, okay, that's part of it. So let me get, let's get more pinpointed on it. So it's Seleucus, right? Which Seleucus, he created that empire. But what specific king is this talking about? There you go, brother. Antiochus, Antiochus, Epiphanes, however you want to say it, Antiochus.
He's also known as the little horn as well, too, right?
In
Yeah, Daniel.
Daniel 8.
I know one horn. One is America.
Daniel 7 is America. Daniel 7 is America.
Yeah.
Daniel 8 is
Okay, yeah. You know, so this is Antiochus, all right? Because it said a power king. Because when you go into the 4 generals, who is really the most powerful one? I mean, of course, what's the 6 Seleucus? And then when you come into because the 6 Syrian wars, they went back and forth. But maybe when you study those wars, the Seleucid Empire won most of it. And at the 6 Syrian war, the Seleucid Empire, that was the last one, the Seleucid Empire won. But who was it ran by? Antiochus, the 4th. Okay? So that was that dark. Oh, what's up, buddy?
Just I got the little horn. Daniel.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Daniel 8 and 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
That's right. Towards the south, towards the east, and towards the pleasant land. That pleasant land is what? That's right. All right. To the south. What do you think he took the south? Exactly. He told him to get and what in the east, he already had control of it.
Well, Thomas was hoping that.
That's it. That's the purpose. Because the captain brought it out. That little horn was the title. That's the
You want it up? I already got one.
all right. So,
Oh, you got one?
brother.
Y'all want some water?
Matter of fact, do Daniel 11. Get Daniel 11. Start at 2. Because Daniel 11 and 2 is Daniel 11 and 10 is speaking about Antiochus III. So read 10. Verse 10. And we'll get to 12. Read 12 and 13. And that's speaking about the 4th Syrian war. Go ahead.
Daniel 11 and 10. And his sons shall be stirred up, and shall assemble a multitude of great forces. And one shall certainly come, and overflow, and pass through. Then shall he return and be stirred up, even to his fortune.
Right, so that was speaking about Antiochus or Seleucus III. Okay? And that was during the time, this where it started, where Daniel started getting the time of the 4th Syrian war. Now it said when it passed through, right? Passed through what? The Holy Land. You see? So that's where they passed it through. All right? You notice everything deals with the Israelites, man.
Yeah.
Israel is the center of everything, man. That's why the scriptures say what? We're the former of all things. Jacob, the former of all things. That's why the scriptures say what? We are the salt of the earth. We got the flavor. Everything passes through it. And that's the same. That's why you have Michael in the 4th chapter, Isaiah the 2nd chapter, where it talks about all these heathens are going to have to flow through Israel. Because we're the center of everything. We're still the center of everything. Even though we're the underdogs, what land are they still fighting for to this very day?
Right.
We're the center of everything. We are the ones. We him.
We him.
We him. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta have that, you gotta have that confidence about yourself. We Yasha Allah. We them. You see what I'm saying? We the Israelites. Everybody else is inferior to us.
Yep.
We're just in the lowest state. Just chill, We're gonna come on the glow up. Alright? We're gonna come up. But we're the center of attention. We're the center. We're the ones that everybody want to be. That's why it says it passed through. He passed through what? The Holy Land. That's why you had something called the Crusades, where they always trying to fight for what? The Holy Land. The Balfour Declaration. For what? The Holy Land. Everyone to be in that land, but they can't get the resources and good things out of it because they ain't the people. We are. What was you gonna say, brother Salah?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, kind of with this whole, center of attention. I was just gonna make a side note, just for a prime example, from that salute.
G, right. It was fucking bats in Wuhan and Wu Chain, what the fuck ever. To now it's Native Americans, so-called Latinos and niggas fault. And they the main ones who need the jab.
All of a sudden.
That's why they had to get Trump the hell out of there, because he called it the China virus.
Right.
No, it's like, no, Trump, it's the nigga virus. Get it right. You gotta claim it. Go ahead. Read us 11.
The south shall be moved with the shoulder.
Wait, what Kohler?
Kohler.
Is it C-H-O-L-E-R? Yeah, Kohler.
It says, and the king of the south shall be moved with Kohler.
Right.
It shall come forth.
Which Kohler means bitterness. So he was moved with bitterness. So if the king, so we got this established. Who's the king of the south now?
Not T.I.
So the king of the south is who? The Ptolemaic Empire. So the king of the south, because we read verse 10, how the king, pretty much the king of the east, is making moves. Now the king of the south has been pissed off. So he's moving with Kohler and bitterness. Go ahead.
It shall come forth and fight with him.
So, war. So this is going to the 4th Syrian war. There was a total of 6 of them. This is the 4th one. See how the Bible is pinpoint accurate when it comes to history? Mm-hmm. So I don't care who nobody is. You can't tell me that the Bible ain't real.
That's right.
Well, it's full of fables. Okay, let's read Daniel 11, Playboy. Let's get Luke the 2nd chapter, Playboy. Who's Augustus? Let's get 2nd Ezra the 11th chapter. Who are the 12 feathers? Let's name them. And you tell me if the men ain't real or not.
Let's look into Darius.
Let's look into Darius. Let's go to Ezra, not 1st and 2nd Ezra. Let's go to Ezra 1 and 1.
Yeah.
What kings does that say? Let's go into Ezra, the 1st chapter. What king does that talk about?
Xerxes, right?
Yep. So you're gonna tell me that fuck out. Whatever. Let every man be a liar, but the Most High be true. Go ahead, brother.
About Hebron.
Come on, in the book of Daniel. Come on. What?
Nebuchadnezzar the second.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Daniel 7.
Daniel 7. Nebuchadnezzar is also talked about when you go into the history. 2nd Chronicles 36th chapter. What about when Paul went to what's his name? Festus.
Yep.
What about Yahushua and Pilate? These are real individuals who are in real power seats during that time.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Yep, that's what we're going into. It actually says his name. Get out of here.
What the 4 generals you just named?
Come on.
That you're going into beautifully. Those are real people, man.
sit here and tell me the Bible is full of fables.
You people that don't believe in the Bible, you're not real.
You're not real. Exactly. You know, like, oh, the water, bro. Revelation 9, Kaiser Wilhelm.
Come on, man.
Apollyon.
Just like you have prophets. You have Edomite kings.
Right. Come on, man.
But you know what's real.
Shit, the book of First and Second Kings. There's history speaking about the Israelite rule.
So you wanna know why niggas feel that way? Because when you coming from Christianity, you read like give me no, I mean like the names. Like for instance, you read Genesis and you were going into the last time you talked, bro, and you were going into Methuselah.
Oh, yeah.
When you come from Christianity, man, you don't be knowing how to pronounce a lot of these names.
Right.
So you don't understand the depths of it, so you just brush over it.
Right.
So they can't put it like where, you know, everything got a match. Like if I say Michael Jordan right now, everybody made an image of Michael Jordan in their head. So when you read these names and you can't pronounce it, and you just like such and such forget, such and such, you just move on. Because it doesn't put a picture in your head.
And on top of that, Jake just think that's boring. When getting into the generations and genealogies of the Bible, it's very important to understand how we got to this position.
Yeah.
You're in 11? Go ahead, read 12 and we can stop there and go back to Daniel.
So, Daniel 11 and 12, and when he had taken away the multitude of his heart, shall be lifted up. And I didn't put it there.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll read it again. Daniel 11 and 11. And the king of the south shall be moved with clothing, and shall come forth and fight with him, even the king of the north. And he shall set forth a great multitude, but the multitude shall be given into his hand. And when he had taken away the multitude, his heart shall be lifted up, and he shall cast down many 10,000, but he shall not be strengthened by it. For the king of the north shall return, and he shall set forth a multitude greater than the former, and shall certainly come after certain years with a great army and with much riches.
Right. So that's the fourth seal of the war. Going down, I think 14, what was that? Verse 14 and verse 15. Verse 14 and verse 15 is the fifth seal. Read verse 23.
This is Daniel 8 and 23.
Go ahead.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. Verse 24, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
That's right. And who was that? That was the time. Going back to the Maccabees. Go back to the Maccabees and find that.
I did.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 9. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Verse 10.
Yeah, that's it. The evils are multiplied in the earth. You know? All right, so go back to Daniel 8, 24.
Daniel 8 and 25. It says, and through the policy also he shall cause craft to prosper. In his hand, read it forward, we're gonna go back to it. Daniel 8 and 25, and through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Oh, these Edomites, going back to what the bird was bringing out in Obadiah, how they destroying stuff.
At least we got Malachi 1 and 3.
Matter of fact, get Malachi 1 and 3 real quick. But let's go back to it. We're going to break it down now. So reread it. Yep.
Daniel 8 and verse 25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
On that, can the brother get it? Matter of fact, go ahead and get that Malachi.
Malachi chapter 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his rivers and his waste with his dragons in the wilderness. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau.
And read through 4.
You got it.
No, you got it. Just read.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his inheritance waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in this place. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, so this is going into Esau building. The Lord said he would build. Now we're going into where now we're in the time of yeah, like that's why we had earlier in the week, that Georgia Guidestone's fought. The symbolism of short was small.
It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
That's right. And who are the people that have indignation on forever?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you first come into it, what's the first one of the first books you have to get? That Bible dictionary. When you look at that Edom, yeah, the Zionist. When you look at that Esau, what does it say? This is the only people that don't have that are going to get a mercy from the Lord. So let's go back. So it says the policy, right? So get that word policy in the Hebrew real quick. Can you get that in the blue letter? Or, because we have to understand what policy means. Matter of fact, I think policy in the etymology online means pretty much a set government, set order, set. Right? So through his policy and through his government, okay? Through his government, he shall set craft, okay?
Does it mean multiple? Also, or
poly, yeah, because poly means multiple things. Okay? What you got for
it says prudence, insight, understanding.
Well, that goes back to verse 23. We're speaking about the titles where it says which is policy. Okay? Which is rules. Now get policy in the etymology. Alright? Because matter of fact, you pull up policy in the etymology from me. Reread man, he's gonna get it. Reread Daniel 8:25. You stay in the read.
This is Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
He shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Get that word craft in the etymology. I think that's Mar, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Mar, Ra, Ma, Ha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
Deceit, treachery.
Woo! Deceit, treachery. All right, you have a word policy? All right, so go ahead.
This policy, the online etymology, it says way of management, late 14th century.
In with management, that's why the Spirit has, in his letters, it says the policy is what? Prudence, understanding. If you're going to manage something, what do you have to have? Understanding. You have to be wise to be in that position to manage whatever you're doing, right? And now we know the scriptures talk about Daniel, the 12th chapter, wisdom, knowledge shall increase. And it talks about how these devils are wiser than Daniel. See what I'm saying? Because right now, who's in the management position? The Edomites. Okay? So they're ruling in their type of wisdom, in their type of prudence, to call the craft on its ways. You see what, starting with Daniel 8:25 is what we're talking about. Okay? So the policy is way of management, go ahead. Study or practice of government. So the way they operate the government, so the policy, through their government, through their wisdom, through their prudence, all right, so through their policy, go ahead.
And through his policy,
right?
Also he shall cause craft to prosper.
So he shall cause craft to prosper. Get the word craft in the etymology. We read craft. Is this craft?
Yep.
We read craft in the blue letter.
Deceit or treachery.
Deceit or treachery. Now listen to
Witchcraft.
that. It's witchcraft. What was that, Isaiah 47? The prognosticators. Okay. The astrologers. It was witchcraft. Also goes into the book of Revelation. I want to say it's 18.
Yeah.
It is. I think the book of Revelation 18 talks about him calling himself the witness. You know what I'm saying? Which you can, I think you can go back to it. I forgot the scripture, the precept to that. So, you know? But the craft is treachery, deceit, which is the Satan. He's a devil, he's adversary. But what does craft say in the etymology?
This is craft in the etymology. It says power, physical strength, might.
So
that's the word craft?
That's the word craft. So let's reread this. So read through his policy.
Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands.
So let's break it down with what we learned. So through his policy, through his government, through his wisdom and prudence of wickedness, he shall cause craft, deceit, and treachery by his power and his physical strength.
If I'm to say too, we got Romans 13 chapter. The most high ordained
empowers him.
Yep.
The water, bro. Like they said, Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter.
Yep.
The power is in the Lord's hand, and he was set. All right. So Job 9:24.
Yep.
Classic. So the Lord set it up. So what that is saying in Daniel 8:25, it's really saying his government and his government and his wisdom in his government is gonna set is gonna cause craft or treachery and deceit by the power and the physical strength that he has. That's just the first part of Daniel 8:25. So let's keep going. This is why you gotta slow down. You know, I learned this really from Apostle Cobb. Whenever you're down here, you have to slow down, brother. We gotta get into it.
Yeah.
Read it slow. Come on. You know, read it slow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read it slow so you can understand it. This is only the first part of Daniel 8:25. Go ahead.
Daniel 8:25,
right?
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand,
right?
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
He shall magnify himself. So magnifying yourself is extolling or extol.
Yeah.
Being haughty, being pompous, being proud.
Yeah, exalted.
Exalted, perfect. That's the perfect word. So brother, get that in the Hebrew. Magnify. Okay, we're gonna see what magnified is. You get magnified in the etymology. We're gonna break it down. He says he shall magnify himself. Isn't that the same thing in Obadiah? he found himself out as the evil. Now, if you want to get the kids,
Like I said, too, because we
Yeah, that's what we went into last week. It's called. You know?
Oh, yeah, right.
Captain Aubrey was saying, what country is more pompous than America? Yo, what was you gonna say, man?
then like the word magnify, or how can you see something under the scope, so to speak, like magnifying glass, to see a spectacle of something. So that lets you know when he says magnify himself, he want to become that spectacle. He want to, like you said, that pump, or you want to exalt himself.
Right, but it's perfect that you brought out magnify or magnification.
Yeah.
Because him wanting to magnify himself or be in that scope of magnifying is really hurting him on the back end. Because yes, motherfucker, the magnifying glass is on
your ass.
It's on you to really discover your secrets.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Yeah.
Whenever you see, you go on the internet and you want to search something, what's right there? What's the icon?
Yeah,
A magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to search something up.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the ways of the Esau by searching up. Really, him magnifying himself is magnifying.
And now we know how to pinpoint it.
Right.
See who the hell is causing it.
So somebody, I'm being antic real quick. Esau like, here I am. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, here you are. I'm the devil. We're all this shit.
We'll talk about slightly. Now I lost my train of thought. Like when it says we'll talk about that he's the enemy and it's iron rust, like you can really see it. Yeah. So it's his wicked. Yeah, so it's his wicked.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's the guys about the looking glass.
Yep. Yeah, you can see this. You can see this thing.
So this is the word magnify in Daniel 8 and 25. And it's the gall. It says to grow, become great or important, promote, make powerful, magnify.
So that goes back, Brother Shalimar, we went into the Renaissance period, the age where he said have short range, is what you were going into in Little Caesar. And what happened in that Little Caesar, he magnified, he grew. This is true. Yeah. See? So, keep going, Daniel 8:25.
No. Daniel 8 and 25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Get that, what's that song?
Psalm 55:20.
And through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Right. Go ahead, bro. It was Psalm 55 and
Yeah, Psalms 55:20. Starting at verse 20.
Yeah, come on. All right. The Psalms 55. Excuse me. In verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath
well, yeah, that's when we go back to the history. Who was at peace with?
The whole.
Let's go further back. Jacob.
Oh,
But when he met him,
that's why you got to get into the history because Jacob came to him in peace.
Yeah.
So we read that at the top.
John, this is Psalms 55, starting at verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
So now we're going to go back to what the officer now said. He's right. Gad too. When they came over, Gad showed him peace. Showed him how to grow crops because Esau didn't know how to shit. And take.
yeah.
See what I'm saying? What she learned it and then proceeded to be how he usually is and take. You know?
I appreciate that.
Well, go ahead, bro.
this is 2nd Esdras 11 and 41. For the earth has he not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek and hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them
Man.
that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. All right, and that's like the brother said. It goes back to Jacob, because we're still living out the story of Jacob and Esau now. You know, this whole thing and him afflicting the meek and all that is a part of him trying to get that birthright back. You know, so Gad, for an example, like the officer was going into, he accepted Esau with open arms, man. They tried to show him, on the way and what he was doing. He got it. And in Psalms 55, that he came in peace, words smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. And that describes Esau even to a T, man. Everything is about peace and tranquility with him. When in the backdrop, this nigga's is destroying the earth single-handedly.
Right.
What you got, bro?
All right, continuing on to verse 20, Psalms 55 and 20, it reads, he hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
But yet they were drawn swords. Right? It says his words. So that goes back to, that's how we bring out Hebrews 4. This word is sharper than a two-edged sword. It goes the same for Esau, but in a carnal manner.
Right, yeah, on the left hand.
On the left-hand side. See, that's a balance right there. We have, that's it. Go ahead, bro.
It's like, that's crazy about that, because I was saying earlier, when the brother went into Psalms 83, where it says, it shall cut them off of them and they, well, he was warning. Yeah, but what it says, you shall cut them off of the nation, but those who cut them in what? A sword. All right, and Esau is constantly in the place of short to really fuck Israel up. In the spiritual sense. But yeah, continuing on, for the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet they drawn swords.
And that goes back to craft, which you were talking about in Daniel 8:25, which the craft is the treachery and deceit.
Right.
That's deceit. That's just describing deceit. Smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. You see what I'm saying? So you can say, someone can say one thing, oh yeah, I like you, but in their mind, fuck this dude. That's exactly what Esau is doing. But now his thoughts are becoming plain, and his intentions are becoming clear.
Yeah, because what's that saying? That actions speak louder than words. This nigga may say one thing, but he's doing the opposite, man. Ask everybody who voted for Joe Biden. Prime example. Ask them, they hate his fucking guts now because they trust in this devil.
I don't hear no nigga want to be like, that's my president.
Yeah, right.
Hell no.
They ain't even claiming Kamala picture.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that show that's called The Boys.
Yeah,
you got that guy Homeland. You got that guy Homeland in the world. He slipping with his words. He's getting caught through social media. They was catching his ass off guard by going on live and shit, putting it in their pocket, and the whole world can hear certain words he's saying, and they're like, damn, this is the truth behind this nigga. He's a fucking killer here, murderer here, liar. So that's basically what the Lord is doing, is using this technology to this magnifying glass to put that fucking shit on you, to magnify your ass, to really to see all the wickedness that you're doing upon the earth.
With that, Ecclesiastes 12 and 16 real quick, let's move back to Daniel.
Chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
That's self-explanatory right there.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Yep, see, I was watching Brother Mayum from Tampa. Shalom, that brother. He was live today. And he was saying, that's why you don't make me
I don't think that charges on. I don't think this is on.
What percentage is on 24?
We should be closed up, so.
I think it lasts to about 5:30.
as soon as you have an opportunity, get over on him. You'll do it. That's what he's about to do. You'll weep with his eyes, right? You'll weep with his eyes. Clean water, you see that brother in the spirit. You'll weep with his eyes by the Lord. Mitch.
Oh, you telling me you crying for the birthright? Oh, this ain't the America I fought for. Nigga, get out of here. Yeah, because nigga.
No, it's the same America
Right.
you fought for. You just got deceived.
Right. You letting niggas prosper.
They, the America back then,
Right.
World War I and World II, Vietnam was the same thought process
Right.
of an agenda they were to accomplish in this lifetime. So it's the same America, motherfucker.
Yeah, they just didn't tell you.
Yeah, they just got a little bit more freaky. Okay? It's the same America.
Nigga,
Old,
right.
right. Geezer,
Nigga wasn't privy of what he was fighting for. They told him one thing, but
Peon.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38, straight to the point. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
You know that cry with that kid barely breathe?
Bottom lip kicking in and out.
Snot rolling down his face. Right. That. You know, they get your words out, hyperventilating and
Go
shit.
grab the tripod.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying.
Go ahead.
No, when I after camp, take this back with you.
Okay, come on.
Yes, me, even me
I'm starting to take this with me.
Nah, y'all still using it, and I'm about to go.
Oh, okay.
So just grab it. I'll get it back first.
Didn't you do something? And now you're crying about it? You did something, though. You did something. What did you do, Esau? What did you do? What the hell did you do, Esau? When you crying like a little bitch after you did it? I bet the elite Edomites is watching this like crying right now. Because we ain't talking about these peons walking up and down the street. We're talking about the Rothschilds and DuPonts and Rockefeller. The Rockefeller.
Oh, he's saying our names.
Yeah, motherfucker, you.
Knocking their boots and shit.
All right. The Vanderbilts. I'm talking about you. Okay?
Dukes.
You don't care about less about these peons walking up and down the street. You the one who's crying like a little hoe. Okay, you. I'm making fun of you. Yes, I am.
And you spoke about accountability, right?
Right.
And then I believe I mentioned real men.
But that's what I'm saying. Esau ain't a real man because you can't take accountability because you did this. Hebrews 12, was that 15?
Let's start verse 15. Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Right, profane meaning outside the temple because you're dirty and you're filthy. And you're a bitch. So, I mean, throw that in. Go ahead.
You also use the word profane, it also goes into ungodly.
Exactly, ungodly. You know? It doesn't have any, like you said, accountability or integrity about itself.
Yeah, because you think about the original, story of what he did, how he sold his birthright, which he got weak and he couldn't endure. But then he went behind it again after he knew he sold it, and still tried to get it to claim that.
Yeah.
Like you have no integrity at all, man.
That's what we're saying. But you're coming back quickly with that. But what did you do? Go ahead.
What a nigga. That's a real nigga move, man.
Matter of fact, get Ecclesiasticus 12.
This is Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
That's what you did, though. That's what you did. You didn't give a shit about your birthright. You didn't care about your birthright. But then when Jacob gets your birthright, you crying like a hoe to get it back. But what did you do? You sold it for a piece of uncooked meat. Not to him. I'm glad you did it. Because now, me and my bros are in the position that we are in now. And Deuteronomy 30:7 doesn't apply to us. It applies to your sorry ass. But what did you do? Oh.
Yeah, nigga,
You sold it for some uncooked meat.
He made the conscious decision to do that.
You made the conscious decision. Because what? Hold on. When he came to Jacob, he was weeping and crying like a little, oh. I'm about to die. No, you ain't. Sit down for 10 more minutes, I'll give it to you. That's all you had to do. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, you would have had your birthright. I'm glad the Lord set it up like how he set it up. Now you got these peon Edomites walking up and down the street looking stupid.
Dumb as hell.
Dumb as hell. Look at dumb, bro. Look at dumb, dude. But what did you do? For a piece of meat. You gave up everything that we about to get and shoved in your face and then eliminate your ass in 22. I'm sorry, DJ. You know how to support. Wait, what? Fuck Esau.
Hell yeah, fuck Esau.
Hey, I'm on my Kasab tip. Fuck, man. Every chance that Captain Kasab comes in, every chance he gets, he's going to say fuck Esau. And I agree.
Fuck Esau, man.
Fuck Esau, man.
Oh.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
Hebrews 12:17. For you know that how afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing.
Now you know. After the fact. Hold that. Get Sirach 20:13. What does it say? No, 14. Get 14. Go ahead.
God, this is Ecclesiastes, or the book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 14. Mm-hmm. The gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it.
Right.
Neither yet of the envious for his necessity.
Right.
For he looketh to receive many things for one.
Right. He looketh to receive many things for one. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Bro.
He giveth little
and
upbraideth much.
Yeah, but he giveth little and upbraideth much. Now also this goes into interest and usury. Alright, usury means an illegal high interest rate. Which interest means, just a loosely paraphrasing, okay, you got $20,000 from a bank or something, they give it to you, charge you a high interest rate. The interest rate means, because I gave you this $20,000, you gotta pay me for giving you that. So on top of the $20,000, you might have to pay another $5,000. You gotta pay $25,000. But I only borrowed $20,000. Okay, so you gotta pay me for even giving it to you. See what I'm saying? That's wicked. That's why the scriptures say in James, whether it's in James 1, I don't think it's got too much fun. It says, if any man lack wisdom, let him go to the Most High and give liberally, meaning freely. Esau don't give freely because he's an asshole. Okay?
It's greedy.
And again, fuck Esau.
Yeah, Habakkuk too.
Talks about him, about the great gathering, Obadiah. He would take all the fucking grain and not leave none.
And we have a law saying that you're supposed to leave some
for the travelers.
For the travelers. That's our form of welfare system.
See how the Lord set it up that we take care of ourselves?
Exactly.
Even if you are poor or something, and you had land, you still leave some there.
If the fruit touched the ground, leave it there.
Yeah. Really, in Israel, I know you say poor, but in a sense, when you think about it, really not nobody poor because everybody is. And of course, you have levels of payment.
Levels, yeah.
And there's a lower class. I'm gonna be real. In the kingdom, it's gonna be a lower class of Israel, but they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be richer than the richest. The so-called poorest Israelite is going to be richer than anybody else in the world. In the whole universe.
Exactly. By a long shot.
These heathens.
By a long shot. You know what I'm saying?
God, continuing on.
Like just comparing a lower class Israelite to an elected 44, it's going to be a big ass gap.
Yeah, Howard Shah said that the poor have always been amongst them with you, but the Son of Man is not always.
Right. but they're still our brothers and they're still gonna be good. Just like in the time of Solomon. Everybody was good. You know,
Yeah, poor in this society is a poor Israelite man in this society has to eat rotten meat and trash out of a trash can and drink God knows who knows what to sustain himself. Versus, like you said, in our law, if you were down bad, you can at least get some fruit, some vegetables. Work for a man, go get some fish.
There you go. I was just about to say, because the law talks about if you have, an Israelite has an Israelite servant, what kind is him? You have Philemon. Who is his servant? Onesimus or Onesimus. Don't you think Onesimus was treated good? Onesimus went off for running away from Philemon. That's when he ran into Paul, and Paul gave him back.
See?
But because when you do some studies on Philemon, Philemon was a well-off man. How do you know he was well-off? Because he had a servant.
Yeah.
But he took care of him. But when Paul gave Onesimus back, because when he ran into Paul, he became a brother because he understood the truth because Paul gave it to him. And then when he gave him back to Philemon accepted him as a brother, not a servant. Come on, man. But in the law, it talks about if the servant serves him, I think it's like
7 years.
He can either leave
With substance.
with substance,
Or you can be a servant.
or he can stay. He gets the hearing.
The null.
All.
The all.
And he stays. He's still good.
He's taking care of him.
Look at Jacob. He kind of went into that same category.
Well, look at Jeffrey and Uncle Phil.
You good.
Hey, if you're Jeffrey and you living in this Beverly Hills home and eating the best food, why the fuck would you leave that and go back to the ghetto? To be your own man?
Now you just being private.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But go back to my question.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 20, starting at verse 15. He giveth little and a bread of much. He openeth.
Somebody tried to charge $400 on my.
So Esau's not competition.
Just not.
Not competition. You might be going through some hard things. What does Esau do? According to the credit
That happened with me. Somebody from Miami,
Now your
Florida,
credit's
was
fucked.
using my
And
bank
everybody
card.
knows.
Doing all
When
kinds
you go
of shit.
try to get a car,
Said
now
because I
everybody
had
knows
swiped
the
in
business.
one of the
that you
stores,
broke.
the machine or something. I went out to eat or something, took the card to go pay,
That's what you call oppressing the poor, man.
broke the numbers and some shit.
You know, keep going.
I would just
Con.
It's
See,
open.
with the Lord, it's confidential. You go and pray. That's why he gave the instructions on prayer. That in 6th chapter in Matthew.
Yep.
It says go into the secret place, go into the closet, the secret place.
You change your password.
Brother was just not speaking on. We're talking about the poor man basically was. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 21 and verse 5. A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. In other words, hey, look, Scripture says what? Ask and it shall be given.
Blessed is the poor.
Yeah, blessed is the poor. So yes, man, just bring that out, man. A prayer is important. And going back to what? We are a poor nation.
Hold that again. When you speak about poor, get Sirach chapter 4, start at the top. Because the Lord is very serious about the poor.
Isaiah 66:1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye built unto me, and where is the place of my rest? For all those things have my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, and to him that is poor, and with a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my will."
See that? Because some of the poor is already poor, so the rich is hungry. So we're gonna
ugly day to me.
Frame
it fucking me all the month.
So anything that you hear that can help you, you're gonna believe it. We were a low and a contrite spirit in the mind, okay? And we heard this word, and we're spiritually gullible. I believe it because I don't know how to get the fuck out of my situation. I need anything to help me right now.
Yeah, man.
That's how a poor person is. You know? And what does this world do?
Take advantage of it.
It takes advantage.
Yeah.
That's why you got scams and shit like that. The biggest scammer is these damn enemies.
Yeah. The lottery. The lottery is one of the biggest scams.
Yeah, because who buy the tickets?
The poor. Ain't no millionaire. Cardi B is not going to the fucking bodega playing her fucking favorite numbers, man.
See? It's for the poor, man.
It's a poor tax.
That's why the scriptures talk about how Esau oppresses the poor. And the scriptures talk about how Esau is going to get judged for doing it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Read Ecclesiastes 4.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 4, starting from the top. It reads, my son, defraud not the poor of his living.
Defraud not the poor. And Esau's opposite. He's fraudulent towards the poor.
His aim is the poor.
Exactly. Why are you auditing people who make $20,000 a year?
Oh, how about the fact that banks make billions of dollars every year on overdraft fees. Here it is, you're in a situation where a bill might have had to get paid on Wednesday or Monday, and you ain't got no money till Friday, and now they're gonna hit your account, take the money out, put you in a negative, so you're already fucked there, because now you're in a negative. How do I have it's really illogical. Like when you think about how wicked it is to have a negative amount of money, how do you have a negative amount of money? That's fraud in itself. If I go gambling and I have $1,000 in my pocket and I go gambling at $1,000 and I lose the $1,000, I should just simply be back at zero.
That's wicked as hell.
And then if you don't pay it off in a certain amount of days,
I'm gonna put an overdraft fee.
I'm gonna keep fucking your ass up.
More,
like
35 and another 35.
Deeper in the hole.
Yeah.
So again, that's usury. All right.
And like you said, it's fraud.
It's fraud. So it says defraud not the poor, but Esau is fraudulent. Go ahead.
Make not the needy eyes to wait long.
Make not the needy eyes to wait long. So let's say this. It's like eating a turkey sandwich, a nice hearty turkey sandwich. You say you're going, I'll share it with you. Take your time. And the need to just look at you.
Or better yet, if you've ever been jammed up in a situation with your rent and you got to go to these people in the city, you know what I'm saying? Any type of church or co-op or whatever to get some assistance on your rent, they don't be like, oh, okay, sir or ma'am, you're down bad right now. Here's $1,000 for that. No, they want you to give blood, explain that shit.
Why?
They apply for it. Next thing you know, another month done gone by.
Why do you need this?
That's a level that's wicked in itself. Like you said, if a person was to walk by you or deal with you in your personal lives, doesn't say a homeless man comes up to you, brothers, in that day or in your daily walk, and you can feel in the spirit he needs help, right? And you know that you got some singles. You can't be like, well, in the spirit of it, you're supposed to just, here, man, here, and keep it moving. Not be in the spirit of like, hey, you know what? You stay right here. No, stay right here. I'm gonna be back in about 8 hours, and that's not necessary, man. That's how Esau do you when you need some shit, man.
I watched Iron Man 3 just recently because I was going back to all the Marvel movies. And Iron Man 3, the whole premise of how that whole movie went is because when Tony Stark was back in 1999, he was running around with and his dude had came to him with an idea.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, I'll meet you at the top of the building in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Never came. He stood up there all night.
In the rain.
13 years later, this man...
Now he's a villain.
He's a villain because of all what you did 13 years ago. Because you made a poor man wait.
You don't fuck with people that are in a desperate situation. That's why you always bring out that scripture. Where is that in Chronicles? Where if you do these things, I will kill you.
In Exodus.
Is that Exodus? Is this the widows and the Exodus 22? Because like how you said, it's like that's fucked up. A lot of our people get in that spirit. You might have a woman and a woman be down bad, but you figure that that's your opportunity to come in and take advantage of her. That's wicked.
Yeah.
That's wicked. You're not supposed to do that to anybody, let alone an Israelite. Man, woman, or child. You're not supposed to take advantage of them when they in a bad predicament. Well, this bitch is fucked up. I might as well be another one to fuck her up some more. You'd be better off leaving her alone. Same thing with men, you know?
This is Exodus 22 and 22. You should not afflict any widow fatherless child.
Come on, man.
A widow is in a down bad.
Down bad.
She lost her husband.
And if her husband wasn't rich like Judith or with substance, how you gonna take care of yourself? So you down bad. So now you see a woman and it's like, oh, okay, you're a widow. Oh, I could do this for you. And that's fucked up.
Maybe with that widow.
Hmm?
You know? Go ahead.
23.
And that, you know, slugging, that's a spirit. You know, for at a time, we were fatherless children.
Yep.
Down bad. You know, what is that? Jeremiah 15, where it says, you had Samuel, the heart could not look on his people. Right, not be towards his people. So at the point, we were fatherless.
That's why we're adoption.
Exactly. And it says the widows. And guess what? Jeremiah 62, I'll be back until Israel. And if when we went off, then we have a father to help us. When we went into slavery, we did this in the third to go off, you know. So we the widows, the fatherless children, Esau took advantage of that, put us in hardcore slavery, even though we deserved it, but he took it too fucking far.
Everything is predatorial in this society.
Right.
The loans are predatorial. You know, they just take full advantage of you, man.
Full advantage of the widows and the fatherless child and the poor.
And when this whole pandemic shit popped off, and you really started to see the depths of this devil, man.
Yeah.
He was taking advantage of people and
Well, his hand was first.
yeah.
He had no choice but to show his face.
And what is he doing now? Taking advantage of women and children. Women and children are
Bargaining chips.
That's his main target. Us, men are natural born resistors. We're gonna resist. If it doesn't align up with our beliefs and our morality and our integrity, we're gonna resist. But women and children are always the weaker ones. And you're showing it. You got it, brother. It's like we're gonna close up in like 5 minutes.
All right, verse 23, Exodus 22 and 23. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry.
Hey, Salakia, because see, sometimes with us in this walk, you know, you'll meet people in your day-to-day outside of this, outside of us, outside of the garments, you know, and you'll, as Yahweh Shai was, you'll be moved with compassion. See, it's easy to be mad at the nigga woman that's riding around in nice cars and got handbags and all this shit. But there are millions of women out here that are taken advantage of by the system, that are, man, working like real deal slaves out here, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the means to make certain things shake for them. Same thing with men, children. You got children that have to deal with this. Hey, there's children that are in captivity just as much as us. But this society you'll hear it and you'll be moved with compassion. So that's a way of the Lord letting us hear the cries of our people as well. So that what is the word I'm looking for? It can lead, you can hear it, they can confess it to you, and you can take it to the Lord through prayer.
Right.
Yeah, because we are the priests.
We're the priest.
We just like Yahweh Shai is the mediator for us to get back to the Heavenly Father, the graces of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we really are the priests to the people. And you know, in the old times, we would go to the priest, you know, to deal with our sins and bring the offerings. We couldn't go to the Lord. We go to the priest to go for us. It's the same thing with the people. They got to come. Well, once they realize that we are the actual priests on the earth right now.
That's how we keep bringing out Isaiah 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sacrifice that we're bringing to us.
And take away, it says, take away our reproach. You know?
Exodus 22 and 24. My wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
kill you with the sword. If you afflict it. Right? So you can drop that and get back to Ecclesiastes chapter 20.
Yeah, just wrap up on that.
Verse 16.
Okay. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 20, starting at verse 16. The fool saith, I have no friends. Oh, it's like it. Verse 15. He giveth little and upbraideth much. He openeth his mouth like a crier.
With my boots, because I thought it was already raining. I got all these fucking boots.
Today he lendeth.
Today he lendeth. Go ahead.
And tomorrow, when he asked it again,
He'll ask it again like a whole ass man.
Paying clothes.
such
Yeah, you took that part out.
That's why, yeah, niggas get that shit from Esau, man. Hey, Slucky, bro, that's a good point. Because again, in our law, if I give you money, by law, you're supposed to give me 7 years to pay it back to you. Right? And the scriptures also, I feel like I ain't taught all day, but you know, the scriptures say in Ecclesiasticus, right, that what? If you give to a man and he don't give it back to you, 12:1, that the Lord will give it to you. Esau, on the other hand, Esau want that shit, like you said, now. Oh,
30 days.
as soon as the money in your hand, with interest. I can't wait to put my foot up Esau's ass, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefit. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
Simple.
So go back to let's close it out real quick.
This is Ecclesiastes 20 and verse 15. He giveth little and upbraideth much. He openeth his mouth like a crier. Today he lendeth, and tomorrow he will ask it again. Such an one is to be hated of the Most High and man.
You see that?
Ooh.
So Most High enemy. So we are men who hate this damn devil, Esau, the self-proclaimed white man. And shit, people who are not even in the know of this fucking
Double taxation.
Right?
How you tax the money I earn and then tax the product I buy?
Exactly. And then you got certain fine prints and shit, finance charges.
And didn't pay taxes at the end of the year.
What the fuck is it?
And then owe money at the end of the year.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. You auditing someone who makes $20,000 a year. Or probably couldn't even work your auditing there.
And then this devil will tell you this. Then this devil, that's why it says the Lord hates him and man hates him. Because that fraud just becomes more fraud and more fraud and more fraud on top of fraud. Because what happens? Now you busting your ass to make more money, right? And then he'll tell you, oh, well, you make too much to get, you make enough for us you make enough for us to steal from you, but you don't make enough for us to take care of you.
You make enough to steal, but you don't.
You can't make more than $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month ain't fucking shit. $4,000 a month is nothing. I mean, it's good for like a single person to live off of, but most people make $4,000 a month who got 3 kids. It's fucked up.
It's fucked up, man.
You make too much for me to help you.
And you make too much for me to feed you.
Esau's a fucking devil. He went into his policy from Daniel 8th chapter. That's why it's so wicked out here. Because he has to do everything at once. You know what I'm saying? So we know that the devil is the devil.
That's right.
Alright? So Lord willing, this whole camp is edifying when we give our glory out and praises to you.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of great wisdom and holy teach room. Peace and salutation to the Yahushua's coming back.
That's right.